about 7 yards. And it's going to be a run up the middle here, and it's going to go nowhere for the Broncos. So a quick 3-and-out. Cleveland's defense, man, looking good during this game. All right, it looks like we are back. I'm going to try to see if you guys can hear me, but I'm going to keep on going because we ain't going to stop. So we got 3rd and 6 ball at the 47 of Cleveland. Broncos on offense. Bo Nix takes the snap in the shotgun. Looking, it's got some time over the middle, finds his man for a huge gain and the first down. That is Cortland Sutton down to the 31. Talking some smack to the Cleveland sideline there. I'm actually trying to see if I can even hear or see myself on YouTube here. But keep it going, keep it going. All right, we got 1st and 10. Ball at the 30, actually. Bo Nix in the shotgun takes the snap. Quick throw over the middle. Tight window to his tight end. And that is a big gain right there. It won't be a first down, but it is 2nd and 5. That is number 14 with the catch. And we're good. All right, there we go. Look at that. It wouldn't be a Monday if it was not something, right? Camera or something. But hey, we got it fixed. We're all good. And we got some more football going. Luckily, we didn't miss a single point. We just missed some punts. But sorry to the specialists out there. But yeah, we don't really care about punts. At least unless they're returned. Bo Nix in the shotgun, getting it out to his running back there, and that'll be a drop. So incomplete. And we got 3rd and 5 coming up. Dahlia, thank you for letting me know that we are back online. All right. Scoreboard looks good, camera looks good, and there we go. All right, we got 2 receivers on the left, single receiver to the right. Bo Nix in the shotgun takes the snap ball to 25. And he's going to scramble, step up in the pocket, throw it to his receiver down the right sideline, and that is a first down for the Broncos. And he is continuing to find Cortland Sutton on this drive. And Sutton with a nice crossing route from the left to the right. Had to adjust to that ball. It was thrown just inside. And the Broncos are in the red zone down at the 18. 1st and 10 coming up. All right, we got Bo Nix under center, tight end in motion to the right, fullback, running back in the backfield. Hand off to the right and breaks a tackle, and he gets the most out of it, getting about a yard on the play. Man, that easily could have gone bad for about 2 yards there. Could have gone. But I believe that was Williams who really made the most out of it, able to break a tackle and get about at least some positive yardage. All right, 2nd and 9. 3 receivers on the left side. Empty set. Bo Nix takes the snap. It's going to get pressured. Corner blitz. Throws it over the middle. And if that's a catch, that is exactly at the 1, and that is a first down. And we got Vele with a diving catch inside the 5. Oh, yeah, that's a catch right there. I did not see the ball bounce, nothing. So we got first and goal at the one, single running back in the backfield, and ooh, they're going to mark him just inside the one. Ooh, literally, probably inches away. Seems like it seems like about 6 inches away from the end zone. All right, fullback, running back, big jumbo set, another handoff, and Williams is gonna be stopped up, and he's gonna lose yardage. He's gonna be taken down at the 2. Trying to squeeze in, did not try to bounce it to the outside, but got tackled in the process. All right, we got the Broncos in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, tight end in motion, handoff up the middle, and Williams rolls in untouched, and that is a touchdown for the Denver Broncos. Yeah, that was a heck of a drive by the Broncos, man. And they did it on the arm of Bo Nix for the most part, man. Until they got inside the 5, they were not running the ball a whole lot. Kick is up, and the extra point is good. And with 4:13 left in the first quarter, we have our first score of the game, and the Broncos are on top. But with the chaos, I forgot to ask, how is everybody doing? How has your Monday been? How was your weekend? Did not stream anything on Sunday, but we did get four games through Thursday and Friday, so this is going to be our 5th game. That is 9 consecutive weeks on the channel with at least 5 games, and we're going to keep it going, man. We're going to keep it going. So hopefully you got to watch some great football on Sunday. There were some great matchups, Eagles, Ravens, and then it wasn't a great game, at least for the 49ers, but it was a fun game in the snow. Buffalo looking phenomenal on Sunday Night Football. Taking it to the 49ers, who unfortunately they are dealing with some massive injuries. It looks like they may have lost Christian McCaffrey for the season. From what I heard, it was a PCL injury, which of the knee injuries is probably the least, but at the same time, odds are it's going to take him a few weeks, if not maybe a couple months, to get back fully healthy. And at this point, the 49ers are maybe a loss or 2 away from most likely not being able to make the playoffs regardless. So I think for Christian McCaffrey, it's going to be let's rest and let's get ready for next season. Hopefully he can get healthy, he can stay healthy to start the year and kind of keep it going. But yeah, no, going back to the Philly and Ravens game, Philly looked impressive, man. It was a game that I was hoping would be a little bit closer. I think um, it's one of those games where it felt like Philly was in control for basically the entire game. But with Baltimore, with that offense, if they could have gotten it going just a little bit earlier, I felt like the momentum was starting to swing, but Baltimore just ran out of time. That's nothing to take away from Philly, man. They have been, over the last month and a half, and they have looked like arguably the second best team in the NFL behind the Detroit Lions. You could argue the Bills for sure, but I feel like Philly, with that defense, how good it's been, really puts them over the top. Yeah, man, they're looking phenomenal. Saquon is still running rampant on people. Jalen Hurts and those receivers are starting to get better and better. Their timing seems to be getting a little bit better. That offense was still a little shaky in parts for sure, but man, they definitely did enough to be able to win in a comfortable fashion against one of the best offenses, in my opinion, in the NFL against Baltimore. That defense, we've talked about it in the past. That defense is going to be the thing that I believe is going to doom the Baltimore Ravens this season. I think if they don't make a deep run in the playoffs, it's gonna be because of that defense. The offense has been really good. They've had a game or two where they haven't been able to been able to balance out um, for basically for that defense. And man, it's gonna be a tough ask for them to win 4 consecutive games in the playoffs. But who knows, man? They can get hot. It's gonna be a quick throw to the right, and that's gonna be a nice one to Njoku. One-handed, man. Holy cow. Yeah, Njoku, man, that guy is just he's quietly having a very nice career for himself. It's impressive. All right, we got 2 receivers on the right. Receiver in motion to the left. It's going to be a nice double reverse end around. And the Broncos are sniffing that one out pretty well. And it's going to be a gain of just 2 on that. And then now talking about these teams, we know with Cleveland, we've seen it. They are a team that is definitely in a transition. I think it's tough to say whether we've seen the last of Deshaun Watson, but I think this is the last season that the expectations of him be getting back to what he was in his early seasons with Houston, I think that's gone. I don't think anybody is going to have nobody's going to be like coming into the season saying, "Oh, he's going to get healthy, he's going to be back to." That's over. It's been far too many years for him playing not only badly but just issues off the field, injuries. Um, it's going to be very tough for him to make a case to be the starter next year, and I think Cleveland is ready. They're going to have to take a dead cap money hit, but I think they're going to be ready for a rebuild, a deep rebuild. So we got 3rd and 3 coming up. Receiver in motion to the right. Winston in the shotgun. Has time. Rolling to his left. Finding somebody down the field to the 20. 15. Making a move to the 10. And he's going to be taken down at the 8. And that is Elijah Moore, the former New York Jet. See what this route was, man. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, so Moore was on the left side there. Made it look like he was going to run a dig route over the middle or a shallow route and then just went north and then cut it to the left sideline. So, heck of a route, man. So, we got 1st and goal at the 8. Winston in under center, single back in the backfield, play action over the middle, and that is a touchdown for Njoku. Down the left seam. All right, man. These offenses getting it going. This is one of those games where it could easily turn into, a 10-7, 14-10, game where the offenses just continue to struggle. These offenses have had their ups and downs. I think the Broncos are a better offense, at least in terms of the playmakers that they have, the consistency, the coaching, and the extra point is good. But Cleveland, man, has over the last few weeks, they seem to be gelling a little bit more. I think they're playing a little bit more free. I think they know, yeah, we're not going to be competing for the division. We're definitely not going to be competing for a playoff spot. So let's just go out there and have some fun while we're out here. So I'm hoping this is going to be an entertaining game. I'm hoping we see some big defense because both of these defenses have playmakers in their front seven. Broncos, their defense has been one of the best in the NFL throughout the entire year. They've only had maybe one or two games where they have looked maybe okay, but I think I even talked about this, what was it, like a week ago. There's only two games where they've given up more than 20 points. Otherwise, they have been able to hold teams well under 20 for the majority. They are one of the best teams in the NFL in terms of defense, at least in terms of not giving up a bunch of points. They've definitely had some rough ones for sure. But yeah, man, they have looked good, and it's just been that offense it's taken some time to get going. When you have a rookie quarterback, like we've talked about this with Caleb Williams, we talked about this with Drake May, guys like that. When you're dealing with a rookie quarterback, there's going to be some lows, there's going to be some really highs, but then there's going to be another low, and it's going to be just riding the wave of a young quarterback. Sometimes they figure things, they figure out the things that defenses are doing, but then those defenses start to look at the tape, look at some tendencies, and it's just back and forth, man. It's a seesaw. It's how it is in the NFL. Eventually, defenses are going to catch up to what you're doing, and you got to adjust, and vice versa. So, Bo Nix right now, I think he's riding a big high. I think this team is playing really, really darn well, and they're going to be well within the range over the next couple of weeks to be really competing for a 7th or 6th seed in the AFC. I think the division title, I think it's going to be Kansas City's to lose. As much as bad as they have played Kansas City in terms of their offense, I think they've banked enough wins to be able to kind of coast to the division title. So it's going to be up to the Broncos to kind of just continue to do what they've done, build on top of their successes, and I guarantee you that we're going to see this team in the playoffs, and hopefully they can make some noise, man. That defense is really darn good, and this offense has some playmakers. And man, dude, Mile High is it's a beautiful stadium, man. Yeah, they did a heck of a job with that one. And the kick is going to be out the back of the end zone, and the Broncos will start at the 30 here coming up. Bo Nix under center, receiver in motion to the right, play action, and gonna dirt that one. Cleveland sniffing out the screen, and a good decision by Bo Nix, man. Just if the play's not there, just throw it away. Get to second down. We have 105 left in the first quarter. Bo Nix dropping down, and he gets it to his tight end, who takes a shot, and it looks like it's initially going to be called a fumble. Cleveland is going to return it for a touchdown, but we will see the official call here. The referees, I will give them this year, they've done a great job of just letting plays like that just run their course. And the official word is incomplete, so we got 3rd and 10 coming up. Yeah, that was to the tight end, Troutman, right over the middle. Nice little stick route. Would have been good for about 6, maybe 7 yards, but We got 3rd and 10. Two receivers to the right. Bo Nix in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking, rolling to his right. Trying to buy some time. Throws it deep down the field. And incomplete. Wow, really no flag, huh? Oh, man, dude. That was... All right, Bo Nix trying to get it to his former college teammate there, Troy Franklin. And the punt is going to be fair caught at about the 11 there. All right, Cleveland with a chance to take the lead here. And it looks like we're going to go to another commercial break here. We got 48 seconds left in the first quarter. So the last time we saw the Cleveland Browns, it was during that Steelers game that turned into basically a snow globe. And that was a fun game. That was a wild game. It was ugly, but it was awesome at the same time. Cleveland coming away with a huge victory over the Steelers during that game. The Steelers this week bounced back with another wild game. I think that game ended 44 to like 38 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, the Steelers somehow are 9 games already guaranteed a winning record. That is now, I think, either 17 or 18 consecutive seasons for Mike Tomlin without a losing record, which is just insane, man. To go basically almost, I mean, the better part of 2 decades without a single losing season. Like, Tomlin gets a lot of flack. He gets a lot of flack for his teams at times underperforming, at times performing better than they should, and then just kind of just let's just say pooping the bed in the playoffs. And then on top of that, just his demeanor at times, especially when feel like he's dealing with some BS. He tends not to mince words. He's very direct. I think it was last year after the playoff loss, they asked him about his future, and he literally just walked out of the interview. I love Mike. He's hilarious, dude. To me, he's one of those coaches that he doesn't try to give you a soundbite, but he unintentionally does, and it's the best. But you can't argue with the results. Some fans say that the Steelers are settling for mediocrity, but I mean, no losing records in almost 20 years. It's pretty darn good. And it's going to be a handoff over the middle, and Nick Chubb unable to get any positive yardage. It might be a loss of 1. All right, we got 2nd and 10 coming up here. So Cleveland is going to have to run a play here before the quarter ends by the 3-second difference. We got some receivers in motion to the left, play action, and Winston throws down the right seam, and that'll be a gain of 11. That is a first down. And that is the end of the first. We are headed to the second with a first down for the Cleveland Browns. Nice catch by Elijah Moore. Yeah, but heading into this game, man, one thing to look out for is how this Broncos offensive line handles the front seven of Cleveland. Miles Garrett, obviously, he's been one of the best since he's been drafted back in 2017, from what I remember. Yeah, the guy has just been phenomenal. He's been great. When he's not getting suspended, uh, yeah, the guy just seems to be. It's been him, Darnold, and T.J. Watt when it comes to, you know, I know T.J. Watt is more of a linebacker, but let's be honest, he's kind of used as a small defensive end for the most part. But yeah, those three guys have been the guys that most offensive coordinators and especially offensive line coaches have to game plan around. Obviously, with Donald retired this year, it shifted over to basically Garrett to be the guy, and he has not disappointed this year. He continues to put up some decent numbers. It's not like his 20 sack seasons that he used to have, but I mean it's tough to argue how consistent he has been throughout the 7 to almost 8 years that he's been in the league. Um, the Browns still have a pretty solid defense. Their secondary is solid. It's not great, but they have some really solid players. Their linebackers are just consistent. They're rarely ever out of position. They don't make massive plays. This whole defense doesn't really turn the ball cause a lot of turnovers, but they're consistent. They tackle well. They're well coached. I just think that they need a little bit of a reset, especially on offense. So we got Winston dropping back, rolling to his right, and throwing that bad boy away. It might be intentional grounding, but we'll see. Trying to get it to the former Denver Bronco, Jerry Jeudy, who was traded away this past offseason. All right, we got 2nd and 10, ball at the 23. It's going to be a handoff to Chubb, and he's going to be stacked up at the line, so no gain. We got 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, we got two receivers to the left, Jeudy alone to the right. Winston alone in the backfield. He's got time. He throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to the former Jet there, Moore. All right, man. I got to give it to these refs, man. They are letting them play a little bit. There's a little bit of contact at the top of that route for sure. But I like the no call. I mean, he was definitely had a hand on Moore, but he was definitely attacking the ball. So great job by McMillan there. And now we got Corey Bajorquez in to punt, and that is as a former Green Bay Packer punter there. I think he actually took a shot at the end of that punt. Yeah, but there's no flag, so it's not going to be a great punt by Bajorquez. Yeah, it looks like the Bronco did run into him, but he was engaged in the block, so no call there. Yeah, they're man, dude. The Broncos are going to get the ball in pretty great field position. They're going to be around the 45 or the 50. And I always man, it would always be very interesting to interview guys like Jerry Judy, who it's one thing if you left in free agency, it's a whole other thing when you're traded away. And granted, you could tell he wanted to go somewhere else, um, because I think he knew with the Broncos he was not going to get another contract, so Denver was like, hey, let's get something out for this guy, and yeah, man, it would be interesting to interview him how he felt, um, either leading up to this game or afterwards. Well, obviously, how you if you win or lose is going to paint how you felt about it, but it'd be interesting to see what his how he felt coming into this game, because I mean he spent a lot of time in Denver. He had some success, mostly just kind of mostly individual success, but not a whole lot in terms of team success. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and McLaughlin taken down for a loss there. And just they're showing some highlights here from Bo, just delivering some great passes on the run. All right, we got 2nd and 11, ball at the 37. We got an empty set, single receiver to the right. Bo looking, throwing it to the left, and it'll be incomplete. But there is going to be a flag on the field. He was trying to get it to Vele, but there was a whole lot of contact on that route. All right, so that will be an automatic first down for the Broncos. Yeah, number 23 there, just kind of turning Vele around on that one. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 46 of Cleveland. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he'll get it to the 40. And that was Estime with a nice little run of 6. All right, we got Bo in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, and ball's popped up, and it's intercepted by the Cleveland Browns. And there is a turnover, interception. That was just some really solid defense there by Cleveland. Tight coverage, popped the ball up in the air, and that thing hung up there for a long time. And that is Newsome with a huge interception. Yeah, man, it was not a bad ball by Bo. That thing was not overthrown, not underthrown. But Ward just being able to get his hands on there, pop that ball up in the air, and Newsome just able to just fall right underneath it. Big turnover here. Yeah, but Cleveland's offense, man, they have to be able to capitalize on it for it to count for anything. So far we really haven't seen Cleveland be able to run the ball, and with Nick Chubb, man, he can. I think he's still recovering from that nasty knee injury, but man, when he is healthy and when he's at 100%, I mean, you just look at his numbers, man. He has been one of the best backs, one of the most explosive backs in the NFL over the last 5 years. And so far, you really haven't seen him play at that same level consistently. That's the biggest thing. He's had flashes, and I'm hoping he can get back to that. Um, Sometimes with like a nasty knee injury like that, sometimes it takes that extra year. That even though you're technically healthy, it's the mental aspect of it. But hopefully he can get back next year to playing some really good, solid football. But I don't know. Who knows? All right, we got two receivers on the left here. Single back in the backfield. Another handoff to Chubb, and he is going to be held up for no gain. All right, 2nd and 10, ball at the 31. Two receivers to the left. Winston takes the snap over the middle, trying to get it to David Njoku. But it goes right through his hands, and that is incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, Njoku to the left, two receivers to the left. Winston has time, throws it down the left seam, and that'll be a big gain out across the 45 down to the 47. That's a first down. I'm trying to see who that was that caught it. Oh, okay, Woods. Woods. I can't remember his first name, but he's out of Oklahoma. I think he played. Oh man, maybe he didn't play with him. I'm trying to remember when they overlapped. But Caleb Williams, I'm pretty sure he was with Oklahoma. He might have played with him. But anyway, it's gonna be play action. Roll into his right. Winston's pass is gonna be batted and incomplete. All right. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 47, I believe. Yep. Two receivers to the left. Njoku off the line to the left. It's going to be a handoff. Breaks a tackle. Getting to the 40, 35, and taken down at the 32. And that is Jerome Ford with a beautiful, nice little juke move right there at the line. Oh, man, dude, he spun him around. Nice little cut inside. Making some big yardage after the run, after contact as well. All right, single receiver to the right. Winston under center, single back in the backfield, play action, rolling, trying to buy some time, and he's going to be taken down at the line. Maybe they'll give him half a yard. Yeah, Winston trying to look down the field. Nice little play action rolling out to his left, but just nothing developed. I think he was trying to target Njoku there, but mm-mm. All right, so we got two receivers stacked up on the right. Judy by himself to the left. It's going to be a handoff, and that'll be a gain of about 6 there for Jerome Ford. All right, we got 3rd and 5. Winston in the shotgun, two receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Run in, rolling to his right, over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. So that brings up a 4th down. It's going to be, they try to kick it here. Technically, it should be right around 50 yards. So definitely a makeable field goal, especially in Mile High. All right, we got Hopkins in for this kick. It's actually a 45-yarder. And that is good. I forgot they actually got a couple yards on that on that run with Ford. All right, man. The Cleveland Browns taking a 10-7 lead. So far, 10 unanswered points. Let's go. All right. So we're back from commercial break. Denver needs to get something going here. They've had a couple drives where nothing has happened. We got 8:49 left in this first half. Yeah, I think right now we're seeing the little bit of the lows of having a rookie quarterback. Things are not kind of running smoothly. The Passing game is not. You can tell his accuracy is kind of going up and down a little bit in this one. Not really sure what that is. Whether that's you know just a great job by the defense of Cleveland, which they've looked good, man. The coverage has been pretty tight over the last couple drives. But man, dude, I think you've seen it when Bo Nix, when this offense gets going, he has looked very, very good. I think he holds I believe he broke the record for Denver's rookie quarterbacks in terms of touchdowns. And is he going to roll? Oh, no, he's going to throw it away. That is incomplete. Smart play. That thing looked ugly from the beginning. Just get away. Just throw it out. And this was like a big plus when Bo Nix was coming out of college. He played for so long in college that he got out of that habit of trying to make every single play the play. And quick throw to the right underneath, and running back unable to stay on his feet, taken down at the line. But there is a flag on the field potentially, or all right, there we go. There's the flag indicator, and it looks like it's going to be a false start on Denver here. So while they're talking about this penalty, Bo Nix, he's been very smart with the ball. He's been relatively careful with the ball. Even in his earlier games, he was throwing a couple interceptions, but I mean his interception total is nowhere near what you would expect of a rookie, even a rookie that wasn't always the most highly touted of the group. Bo looking, throwing it deep down the left sideline. He's got a man, and it's gonna be incomplete, nearly intercepted. Trying to get it to Cortland Sutton down that left sideline. That was a long throw, man. Because he threw that from, what was that, the right hash? Yeah, it was. From the right hash all the way about maybe 7 yards from the left sideline. So that's a long way to go, man. That's a long way to go. And Bo he's never been a guy like a Jordan Love, a Patrick Mahomes, where the arm strength, he can throw it 80 yards. That's never been his the way he's operated. He's got enough power to make any throw in the NFL for the most part, but those ones when you're on the right hash, trying to get it all the way down the field to the left sideline, those are the ones that you're gonna see that are gonna be kind of, I don't want to call them floaters, but they're gonna be up there for grabs unless it's like wide open or that receiver just makes a great play, goes up and gets it. All right, we got 8:09 left in the second quarter. Cleveland on offense, 1st and 10. Ball at the 11. All right, single receiver to the left, single back in the backfield. Jameis under center. Judy in motion to the right. Got play action, throwing it down the field. He has a man. Oh! Overthrew Jerry Judy, man. If he puts it on him, that is a touchdown. That is 89 yards to the end zone. What was it? It's just a simple go route. Yeah, simple go route down the right seam. The safety went to the flat on the right side, leaving nobody for the corner. The corner was not in position, man. He gave him inside leverage, and Judy literally, if that ball was not overthrown, that was going to the house. And it's going to be a run to the right with Ford, and he's going to be good for about 3 yards. 3rd and 7 coming up. All right, looks like the refs here. What's going on here? Play clock was not reset correctly. Okay, there we go. I was wondering what the delay was. All right, 3rd and 7, ball at the 14, empty set for Cleveland. 3 receivers to the left. Njoku in the slot to the right. And running back coming back to the backfield. Winston rolling to his left and incomplete. Trying to get it to Njoku, who was looking for a flag for pass interference, and looks like he's not going to get anything on that one. And Damari Mathis, man, number 27? It's been pretty solid in coverage tonight. I've noticed him a couple times now. Corey in to punt. This one's a lot better than his last, getting it all the way to the 24. And Denver able to get it out across the 33. All right, man. So both of these offenses, man, you can tell like the play is there. It's just the execution, whether the throw is just slightly off, the receivers are slightly off. And you got to give it to these defenses, man. So far, especially Cleveland's defense has really looked like the more impressive one. Denver is playing solid as well. But Cleveland, you can tell that the pressure, there are just times where Bo just has to throw that ball away almost immediately. Like the play is basically done within the first like second and a half. And that's pretty impressive. That means that they're scheming it correctly. They're guessing the right at the right time. But Denver has been able to put a lot of pressure on Winston. He's been having to roll out of the pocket quite often, and a lot of those overthrows, a lot of those throws that are just a little bit off, have been because of that pass rush of Denver. But Cleveland, I think, have been pretty solid in their pass rush. They haven't been as good, but their coverage has just been phenomenal from the safeties to the corners. It's been phenomenal. Obviously, they have that turnover, so we knew. I think most people knew that this was going to be a defensive battle for the most part, and it was just one of those where who's going to be able to get to probably 21. I think the team that gets to 21, maybe 24, is going to be the one that basically comes away with a big victory here. And right now, Cleveland is just playing for pride. I don't think they have any delusions of, yeah, we're going to make a run for the playoffs. I think there's too many teams in their division that are kind of too high up there. And the AFC is just, we already have 2 teams from the AFC that have clinched either a playoff spot or their division. Bills have already won the AFC East. The Chiefs wrapped up a playoff spot so far. It's gonna be a handoff at the middle. Oh, he almost fumbles it there, and that was a can't see if that's oh yeah, that ball did not even get in his hands. Okay, McLaughlin. There we go. Man, freaking Denver, man. They rotate so many backs. They got Estime, they got Williams, they got McLaughlin there. And it's going to be another run here. This one is Williams, and no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. All right, 3rd and 2, tight end in motion. Bo in the pistol, throwing it down the field, and he's got his man for a first down. That is Cortland Sutton being run out of bounds. The clock does continue to roll. We got 5:35 on the clock. Oh, that was just a nice little fade route there on the left. Great adjustment by Sutton. Perfect touch on the ball by Bo. All right, we got 1st and 10. Ball at the 40 of Cleveland. Receiver in motion to the right. Bo in the shotgun. Dropping back, a lot of pressure. Quick throw. Finds a tight end underneath the coverage. And that is going to be a gain of about 16 and another first down. And that was to the tight end, Atkins, number 45. Running a nice little out route from the slot. Bo in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Handoff. Nope. Fakes the handoff. Gets it to his man. He breaks a tackle to the 5 and taken down at about the 1. And that is his college teammate, Troy Franklin. There we go. Ooh, nice little sidearm there on the run by Bo. All right, single back in the backfield. Play action, rolling to his right, trying to find somebody. Nope. Incomplete, but we also have a flag there too. And just from the reaction of Cleveland, it's going to be on them. Yep, it's going to be defensive holding, so that'll move the ball about half the distance to the goal, which is at the half-yard line. Yeah, I think with especially when you're that close, I think that's a penalty you can live with, giving up half a yard. All right, Bo under center, tight end in motion to the left, fullback running back in the backfield. And they hand it to the fullback, and he is in for the touchdown. And now the Broncos retake the lead. That was to number 20, Burton. Yeah, just a nice run just on the outside of the right tackle in between the tight end. McGlinchey doing a heck of a job just sealing that thing off. Extra point is good, and the Broncos take a 4-point lead with 4:03 left in the half. And there's going to be a touchback, and Cleveland will get the ball at the 30. All right, so all these teams, both these teams have all of their timeouts. So you have to kind of wonder if Cleveland, is a quick 3-and-out, or if they start moving the ball a little bit. Does Denver use that timeout to try to get an extra, a little extra there at the end? Maybe push that lead a little bit more, or try to retake the lead if Cleveland scores a touchdown here. All right, we got receiver in motion, 2 to the left. In the shotgun, hand off to Chubb to the right, and he goes nowhere. Might have actually lost a yard on the play. Yeah, man, Nick Chubb has not been able to get anything going here, man. Ford had that nice run to the right, breaking that, making a nice little inside move, but even he has been kind of stopped up for the most part. All right, we got 2 receivers on the left. Winston in the shotgun. Quick throw underneath to Njoku, and he's good for about 5 yards down to the 35. All right, we got shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, Njoku alone to the left. Quick throw underneath, and it'll be a first down and a little bit more down to the 39. I believe that was Thrash. All right, we got Thrash out there, the rookie. And we have a Bronco, looks like defensive end there on the line. Yep, defensive lineman, so I think an interior guy. Big number 99. Yeah, it looks like he is walking off the field here. Looks like it might be a hand injury. Oh, looks like one of his own teammates fell right on top of him. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 43. Single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield. Play action. Jameis looking, rolling up the pocket and delivering a heck of a ball to Jerry Jeudy down to about the 41. All right, we got 5 seconds left, 4, 3, and we are headed to the 2-minute warning here in Denver with a nice little close game, man. 10-14, and the Cleveland Browns are driving down the field. They are on the edge of field goal range. Yeah, that was a heck of a throw by Jameis, man. Those are the throws that kind of remind you of, like, oh yeah, this is what made that dude the first overall pick a long time ago. Yeah, it was right over the middle, tight coverage, but man, he fit that thing in. And his I gotta give it to Jeudy too, man. That was a heck of a catch. Great concentration. Took a little bit of a hit. All right, looks like we are back. Two receivers to the right. Winston in the shotgun. Quick throw to Njoku, and he just fits it in. Gain of about 4. Chris, what's going on, brother? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hello to you, man. How you been, man? How's your weekend? Man, looking at these highlights here from Winston, man, he has been throwing some dots in this game. All right, takes the snap, quick throw to the right sideline to Judy, and that is a first down, gain of 7. Heck yeah, man, that's awesome. Let's go, man. Yeah, do we all? It's been a long year, so it's always nice to be able to do a recharge, man. I'm glad you got some good rest, man. Did you watch any games, man? This past weekend, we got first and 10, two receivers to the right. Winston looking. He's got time. He's got a lot of time. He keeps on looking, and oh, he's intercepted. He's intercepted, and it's to the 40, 35, 30, 15, 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Benito, number 15, jumps the route, and that is a big turnover right there, man. Oh, my God. A pick six by Jameis Winston, looking like he's back in Tampa with those turnovers. Everything. I'm good, man. I am good. Yeah, we hopefully I forgot I thought I posted something on the channel, but the reason I didn't do anything on Sunday was I was hanging out with some family, so that's why we did 3 games on Thursday, 1 game on Friday, and now we're doing the 5th game tonight. Um, but yeah, man. Otherwise, I am doing great. Had a little bit of an issue with the stream early when we were trying to get it going here, but looks like everything is back to normal, which is good. And it is extra point is up and good. But yeah, man, I had a great weekend as well, man. Hung out with some family, ate a lot of food, and it was a good time, man. It was well needed. Yeah, that was just a questionable throw by Winston there, man. I mean, the coverage was tight. I mean, he's been fitting them in all game long, but that was one that you just gotta keep that one, man. You just gotta throw that one away. All right, we got a buck 38 left in this game. Yeah, yeah. It looks like yeah. I think you're right, Deli. I think there was a guy at the top. Sometimes Winston, man, he kind of predetermines where he wants to go. That's something that he dealt with in his time in Tampa, man. You could clearly tell that he was kind of zoning in on a couple guys. But that was a heck of a play by Nick Benito, man. He just a great job jumping that route. It didn't help that the tight end kind of was when when Winston threw that one when it was coming to him, he just kind of adjusted to the outside a little bit too much. It looks like we had an injured Bronco there. Michael Burton coming off the field. All right, Cleveland back on here. We got a minute 38. They have all three timeouts. Definitely trying to get this game back to a one-score lead, or a one-score game, I should say. All right, ball at the 30. Judy in motion to the left. Winston takes the snap, play action. Throwing it to the left and incomplete. Him and his receiver not on the same page. Receiver went inside. He threw it to the outside. All right. 2nd and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. And Njoku alone to the right. And finds number 8 there for a gain of 5. And that is Elijah Moore. And somebody used a timeout here, and I think it might have been the Broncos. And it was. Actually, Denver used 2. I missed the first one on that one. All right, we got 3rd and 4. Denver showing a lot of pressure. They got 6 on the line. 3 receivers to the right for Cleveland. Denver sends 5. Quick throw, and he finds Judy down the field for a first down in Denver territory, right around the 47. All right, Cleveland keeping those timeouts here. They're trying to run this clock a little bit further down. 2 receivers to the left. Njoku in the slot to the right. Winston takes the snap, has some time, throwing it down the right sideline, and Judy with another phenomenal toe tap and catch down the right sideline there. Gain of 13. All right, single receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Njoku tight to the line. Winston throwing it down the middle and getting it to the 23. That is another first down, and they're moving this ball. Clock is running around 45, 44, 43. Remember, Cleveland has all 3 timeouts, but they're really trying to get this clock all the way down. All right. Cleveland using their first timeout, stopping the clock at 38 seconds, I believe. And at halftime, we will be just talking about some of the games that's gone through so far this week. Going back to Thursday, talking about those games just a little bit. We streamed them, so we won't digress too much with those. We'll talk about the Friday game, and then we'll talk about some of these Sunday games. There were some great matchups, man. Part of me wishes I would have been able to stream at least 1 or 2 of those. Definitely the Eagles and Ravens game, and even the Buffalo game. I think those would have been some really fun games. There were some crazy plays, some great matchups, and we'll talk about them a little bit here. All right. Cleveland back on the field here. We got two receivers stacked up on the right. Njoku to the left, underneath, and incomplete, trying to get it to number 81 there. We got 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 35 seconds. All right, Denver showing pressure with 7. And it's going to be an underneath throw. That's to Elijah Moore inside the 20 down to about the 17. Clock is stopped here. They're using their second timeout with 30 seconds left. Yeah, it looks like Patrick Surtain has been kind of going one-on-one with his former teammate, Jerry Jeudy, on that one. On this drive, I should say. So we got 3rd and 5. Jeudy alone to the right. Winston looking Judy's way. He breaks a tackle at the 10 and gets it inside the 5 down to the 4. Oh, sorry, that was Woods, not Jeudy. And Cleveland looks like they're going to use their final timeout here, trying to stop the clock at 24 seconds. They're inside the 5, so something tells me they're going to be just running some passing offense here. Yeah, so far this drive, 8 plays, 66 yards in just a minute 14. Rolling out to his left and incomplete. Trying to get it to Moore. And right by that near pylon on the left side of the field. All right. 2 receivers to the left. Njoku in motion to the right. Winston looking, and it hit Winston right in the hands. There was definitely some tight coverage, but that's one that I guarantee you Njoku would want back. Oh, man. I mean, he might have gotten there a little early with that. Also, that was also nearly picked off. There's looks like a safety or a nickel corner was coming across. That one nearly undercut the route, and there was nobody that would have caught him. But Njoku should have had that one. So 3rd and goal. 2 to the left. Winston looking to the right and finds his man. And that is David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the night. Basically running a kind of like almost like a short corner route / kind of like fade route to the right of the end zone there. Yeah, man, just going up and getting that one. All right, man, we got ourselves a game here. Extra point is up, and with just 13 seconds left, the Browns, after giving up a pick 6, drive right down the field in less than less than 90 seconds to make this a one-score game. All right, just because I'm not expecting Denver to really run much of an offense here, especially with just one timeout left in 13 seconds, we're going to get a little bit of a head start on talking about some of these games that happened this week. Because, man, week 13, maybe it was Thanksgiving, maybe it was just the way that we had basically football for four out of the last 5 four of the last 5 days. Even if you include college football, it might be 5 consecutive. Um, we won't talk about college football, even though it was a wild weekend for college football as well. Michigan, Ohio State, crazy, 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 crazy. But we're gonna stick to NFL football here, and the Broncos take a knee there, and they'll get the ball at the 30. And the Broncos take a knee, and we are headed to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. All right, at halftime, we have a 17-21 game. Broncos on top with 4, but Cleveland does have some momentum. They scored the last touchdown, last couple points in this quarter, and they will get the second half ball to start. All right. So let's start out with Chicago versus Detroit. We streamed that game here on the channel. It was a game that it looked like it was going to be a runaway victory for Detroit. But man, dude, that second half was wild. That the Lions offense just kind of froze up in the second half. Their defense really started to give it up some big chunks of yardage. And to be fair to Detroit, we've seen Chicago's offense play very well, especially in the fourth quarter. Like Caleb Williams does an amazing job of making plays outside the pocket, whether that's getting yardage with his arm or just buying enough time to be able to find a guy down the field, and he just chucks it, man. And he didn't really play extremely well throughout the entire game. I think he actually played better against the Minnesota Vikings because some of the throws he was making, man, were amazing. There were only a handful of throws during the Detroit game where he looked like a true franchise quarterback, and that's not to say that he's not. I'm just saying, like, in terms of consistently seeing just greatness, great throws, making some tight windows. They weren't always there, but once again, Detroit is a really tough defense. They have been one of the better ones in the NFL in terms of pass defense. It's not amazing, but they're a little bit better than the Chiefs or things like that. Stopping the run, Detroit has been phenomenal. Granted, Chicago hasn't been able to run the ball extremely well, but when they have, it's made it a little bit easier on the passing game. It's made it easier for Caleb, but he really had to carry a lot of the basically that entire offense on his shoulders because the offensive line was not playing well. It was one of their worst games of the season, and they've had plenty of bad games. But Detroit making enough plays not only in the first half to be able to kind of have some cushion, but man, dude, that was a debacle of there at the end, man, that was a rough one for the Chicago Bears. Not too surprised. There's a team that's going to be uh, transitioning to a new head coach, probably a new offense. Um, I guess it's better time than any. In my opinion, Eberflus should have never had the opportunity to be the head coach this season. Not even because he was necessarily a bad coach. Granted, that's probably true, or at least a bad head coach. But it just felt weird that you were changing offensive coordinators, you were changing quarterbacks, you were changing so much of your offense, and even some of the defenses was able to be changed a little bit. Like you traded for some guys that weren't there um, half for most of the season last year, so like it was a great time to just kind of clean the slate and just start new. And in my opinion, when you're dealing with a rookie quarterback, you give him an offensive minded head coach. Like a true, very good offensive minded coach. Like something from the Shanahan tree, something from maybe in the Matt LaFleur tree. Like I granted Matt LaFleur his he hasn't fully progressed through that. He hasn't had many of his coordinators really leave and have success. I think the only guy that we saw was um Hackett, and yeah, I think we saw the results of that one in Denver, and it hasn't really looked any better in with the Jets. So maybe wait on the Matt LaFleur tree, but yeah, man, I was hoping that they would be willing to take a risk and just let Matt Eberflus just walk. He hadn't really shown much in his time before this season, and it just never really made sense. Why would you keep him? But anyway, regardless, Chicago fired their head coach. They're going to go in a new direction, and we'll see where they go. But for this game, it was a rough one for them. Detroit able to escape with a big win, and they're continuing to look good. Once again, we got Dallas, New York. I think that's one was pretty simple. I think we all felt like Dallas was going to win that one. I think it was one. I think there was more points scored than we thought it was going to be. And on top of that, I think New York almost played better in the second half than we thought they were capable of. But regardless, 27-20, it sounds about right. So Dallas, not too surprising that they won. Next, we have Miami versus Green Bay in Lambeau Field in the cold. And I think I was making the joke early in that day that who knows, maybe the Dolphins will turn into an Arctic Dolphin and be able to play well in Lambeau Field, really take it to the Packers, maybe steal one. That did not happen. I know people are saying that the Packers basically just controlled that game from top to finish. Maybe it's me being a Packer fan. Maybe, I think as a fan of your team, you're always anxious because we've always seen, teams come back, teams that stall. And I don't think it was as simple of a dominant victory. I think the Dolphins played okay defensively, weirdly enough, because they gave up 27 points, or 30 points, actually. But I still feel like Miami still has a good opportunity to pick up 4 to 5 victories over the next 5. Like I said, they played the Jets twice. The Jets they're a dumpster fire. They're 3-9. They play them twice. After that, they play, I believe, the Patriots and the 49ers. Patriots, they're being a little bit more competitive, but still, they're one of the 3 teams that has been knocked out of the playoffs already. So that just kind of tells you that it's a team that's dealing with a rookie quarterback, depleted roster that we knew coming into the season they were going to take a year or two before they were even going to be remotely competitive. But still, that's a team that the Dolphins should beat. 49ers, McCaffrey is going to be probably out for the rest of the year. They're dealing with more injuries, and who knows how motivated this team is going to want to be. They're very good, but again, they're missing some big pieces, and I think the Dolphins have an opportunity to kind of jump and really take that team down and get a big victory. And then finally, the only team that I think is remotely close to being on the same level as Miami, at least with the potential to beat them, is the Houston Texans. And the Texans have not impressed me this season. They have that defense has taken a step back from last year, and I think even that offense has taken a step back as well. And yes, they've dealt with injuries. They're without Diggs. They were without not Tank Dell. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of his name. One of the receivers, big guy, very fast. Don't worry, it'll come to me at some point. But they were without him for a couple of weeks. But even then, they didn't have Diggs last year, and they were still able to beat. They're just feeling a lot less explosive, and I feel like they're making more mistakes. And granted, this is the sophomore slump, sophomore slump for CJ, sophomore slump for their head coach. I still think that this team has a lot of potential, and I think they're going to be able to ride the ship and be competitive next year. I think they're going to only improve. But yeah, this year they look a little bit more vulnerable and less explosive than they did a year ago. So yeah, Miami, I think they have a really good opportunity to at least challenge for that 7th seed. Are they going to get it? Maybe not, but I think the Dolphins are going to be there. Green Bay, again, Packer fans, I'm always going to have some anxiety because I'm always going to be focusing on the points that they didn't get instead of the points that they did. But they did play well. I don't think they were dominant, but I think that they played really well down the stretch. Jacobs looked great. That defense was productive. They caused turnovers. They were aggressive. And I think Jordan Love is slowly, I don't even want to say slowly, I think he's rapidly, almost like at a consistent rate. He just seems to be getting better and better with his ball placement, with his decision making. And I think that's part of it because he's getting healthy. So Packers, Dolphins, that was a solid game. I was hoping it would be more competitive, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins get back on track next week. And probably the most frustrating game. Like, I was frustrated with the Chicago game just as a fan of football because what happened on those last 30 seconds that's just bad football, man. That's just bad football. Like, it's one thing if you miss a field goal, fine. Yeah, at least you got to in position to make it, and sometimes it just doesn't roll your way. Well, this Raiders game was very similar. They were in position to beat the Cleveland Browns, and they just fell apart. Fell completely apart, made bad decisions, and, whether it was a miscommunication with the guard / center, with the quarterback, either way, man, I don't understand how it can be that difficult when you're already in a position to kick a potentially game-winning field goal. Just calm everybody down. I think I talked about this during the stream, so I'm going to be really quick with it. Just going to calm these guys down. Don't try to rush it, and just get the play. Like, at this point, you don't even need necessarily massive positive yardage. You don't even need any really positive yardage. You just don't mess it up and don't turn the ball over, and you'll have a chance to win the game. But yeah, man, that was a rough one for the Raiders. Chiefs continue to get lucky, and hey, good on them, man. You have to be able to be lucky and win. You have to at least be in position. So they put themselves in positions to be able to take advantage of teams making dumb mistakes. And thank you, Chris. You are the man. Nico Collins, thank you. I was thinking, no, his first name is like something very, very unique. But my goodness, thank you, man. See, Chris, that's why I need you, man. I need you in the chat. You keep me on track. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry your Dolphins couldn't get a win this week, man. But it was cold out there, man. It was really cold. As a person that lives in Wisconsin, the last couple of days have been freezing. So I can only imagine trying to be a player and try to play football. I can barely get to my car without being like, oh my God, Jesus. I can only imagine trying to not get tackled by a 265-pound linebacker. Crazy. But hopefully they can get you some big victories over the last month, man. because I think they're gonna win some, man. They're definitely gonna be in there. But yes, Texans, Nico Collins, he's been back for a couple weeks, and that offense still continues to look a little bit sluggish. So, all right, Chargers, Atlanta. We're gonna do some rapid fire here. Chargers, Atlanta, low scoring game. Kirk Cousins has looks like he has completely regressed. He was looking first week he did not look great. Second week able to beat the Eagles, and he was looking good for about 2 or 3 weeks. I would say 3 weeks. But man, over the last 3 games, that Atlanta offense has looked awful. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, wild game. I'll probably talk about that one during power rankings, but that was just craziness, man. There is no defense there. And the kick is out the back of the end zone, and Cleveland will start at the 30. Arizona, Minnesota. Why Arizona? Why? Why couldn't you just? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Indianapolis, New England. Man, dude, Indianapolis, man, they are a team that is so frustrating to watch offensively because you can see the talent, but they just make some boneheaded decisions at times, man. But they were good enough this week to beat a really bad Patriots team. Quick throw to the right, and that is a first down for Elijah Moore. It's going to be a penalty there, late flag in the secondary. Seattle versus the Jets. All I got to say, big man touchdown. Anytime you see that during the game, that's a good game. I don't care. I don't care if that's the only touchdown of a game. If a big man scores a touchdown, especially from all the way almost midfield, that's going to be a good game. But on top of that, Jets losing again, going to 3-9, guaranteed that they're going to be having a losing record. They're 1-5 without Robert Saleh. The Packers are 5-1 with Robert Saleh. So, yeah, man, the Jets are. It's just they're just waiting for the season to end, and they're going to be cleaning house. And Jameis keeps this one, play action, and he dumps it down to Moore for a gain of 1, but there is also a flag on the field. All right, we got some early flags. All right, we'll see what the call here in a second. It looks like it's going to be on Cleveland. Okay. No, they picked up the flag. There is no penalty for ineligible man downfield. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Ball at the 43. 2 receivers to the right. Winston in the shotgun. Quick throw, quick decision, and gets it out to Moore, who is, Moore is getting some big time touches in this drive, man. Three consecutive catches. That was a heck of an adjustment by Moore, man. All right, we got 3rd and 3 coming up here. Ball at the 49 almost. They need to get it to the 48 of Denver. 2 receivers to the left. Njoku in the slot to the left. And they're going to get it to the big man, who ends up dropping that one. I think he would have been short of the first down anyway, but dang, that's a rough one. So a drive that was looking pretty solid there for Cleveland stalls out around midfield. All right, let's keep it going. Seattle, I still don't know what this team is, man. If you tell me that they ended up beating, if they make the playoffs and you tell me that they end up beating the Eagles, I'll be like, probably. But then if you tell me that they got blown out by the 7th seed, I'll be like, yeah, that sounds about right. I have no idea what this team is from week to week. I don't even think they know what they are from week to week. I think they're surprised when they win. I think they're surprised when they lose. Yeah, Seattle probably going to win the division because everybody else is either losing or getting injured in the NFC West. So all I'm hoping for is that the Packers, when they play them, they played the Seattle Seahawks that can't get out of their own way. Hopefully. So that is that game. Tennessee, Washington. Washington, anytime you put up 42 points, that's going to be an impressive offensive game. Being able to hold the Tennessee Titans to 20 points when you could have easily just let them kind of run the clock out, giving them some points, things like that. It's nice to see Washington getting back on track after 3 consecutive losses. They were really starting to look, especially that offense was really starting to look like they were regressing. We've talked about Cliff Kingsbury, even going all the way back to his head coaching days in college. His teams start to collapse around this time. It's usually, you're about 2/3 of the way through the season, and then you start falling apart. It happened when he was in college. It happened when he was in Arizona, and people started to think, "Oh my God, it's happening again." And hopefully they can get back on track, man. Jaden Daniels looked solid. He looks like he was a little bit better in this game. Looked a bit more crisper. Felt like he was thinking less about the consequences of the throws and just making the throws, trusting his guys to make plays after the catch. So, next we got Houston versus Jacksonville. Like I said, Houston has not impressed me this season. They were looking good, kind of in was it October, late September, early October. They were looking okay, but over the last 4 or 5 games, man, they have looked like, I don't know, man. They look rough. So maybe it's just a timing thing. Maybe that offense is just gonna start gelling pretty soon. But it was a rough one. They barely won, but hey, a win is a win, especially in the division. They probably have a okay chance to win, but man, their schedule gets really tough. Really, really tough down the stretch. All right, looks like we are back here. We got Bo Nix, Broncos, ball at the 12. Single receivers on each side. Bo takes the snap, looking, throwing to the left, and trying to get it to Cortland Sutton, and he's going to get a flag for pass interference. So that was that was a pretty simple call right there. Even the corner is kind of chuckling to himself. He's like, "What? Come on." Yeah, Ward definitely knew what he was doing on that one. That's a veteran move right there when you're not trying to get burned. All right. Rams versus New Orleans. I actually don't have an opinion on this one because I actually didn't get a chance to watch any highlights on this. So I think that was one of 2 games this week that I did not catch a single thing, or just enough to be able to get a good idea of it. So I'm going to hold my judgment on that one. Tampa Bay versus Carolina. This one I did see. I saw the highlights. Hold on, let me see here. We got single receiver, Broncos, Bo under center, handoff over the middle. He's got some blockers, and he's going to be good for about 9 yards. So a nice run. I think that's McLaughlin. Yes, it is. The little man running tough on that one. So my big takeaway from that Tampa and Carolina game is I don't think Tampa is going to be, even if they make the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be making much of much noise there. That hit on oh, dude, absolutely. I did actually see that one. Oh man, dude, that was what was that? Yeah, Al Shahir, I think, right? Was the linebacker for New Orleans, right? Or am I wrong here? No. Sorry, Houston. But yeah, run up the middle here, and it does not get a whole lot of yardage on that one. Shelby Harris on the tackle. Shelby Harris, former Denver Bronco from what I remember. Big man over the middle. But yeah, dude, that hit on T Law was it's been a long time since we've seen like a hit that bad. It granted it wasn't like we've definitely seen worse over the last like couple years, but that one is like right up there, man. That was a bad hit. That one where one that's gonna be a fine and probably a suspension. At the very least, it's gonna be a 1 game. Aziz El Shair, there we go. And Bo trying to get it to Valet there, but a lot of phenomenal coverage there by Cleveland. Man to man, and it's going to force a punt here. And then El Shair and oh my god, dude, absolutely. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's yeah, Miami has definitely dealt with definitely dealt with that stuff a little. Probably, let's be honest. Even one time is too much, but for the amount of times that it's happened to Tua and that Miami offense, man, it's it's weird, man. It's definitely something like you can tell that the NFL has done a good job of taking those kinds of hits out. I remember when they were really cracking down on those hits during like the early 2000s, and I remember then, even as like a kid, um, granted I was probably an adult by that point. Even I was like, oh man, it's never gonna happen. You know, you can't play football that softly. I think we've all come accustomed to how the game is played, and I think it's for the most part it's for the better. There's definitely some things that are you wish would be a little bit, especially like roughing the passer. I think sometimes they get a little too happy with it. But man, those hits, yeah. Now when you see them, it's rough. It's like one of those where you're no longer like, oh. It's more of like, oh Jesus, like what are you doing? We've been at the center of these head injuries for a while. Yeah, man. And I think because I think they said Trevor he was checked out and he didn't have to go to the hospital. He seemed like he was fine. He was allowed to go home. I think he's still going to be under the concussion protocol, but the fact that he was able to go home is a really good sign. So yeah, hopefully there's no effects after that there. So hopefully he can kind of stay healthy. But yeah, man, that was it's really weird. Like when I saw that hit, man, it just took me back to like, yeah, man, you can like if this hit happened even 10 years ago, I think there would still be a good amount of fans that would be like, oh come on, man, that's not that bad. But you can definitely tell that like the mindset on those kinds of hits, not only has it changed for the NFL for players too, but it's definitely changed for fans. Like we don't when we see those now, like once again like we don't go, oh man, oh he got blown up. Now it's like, dude, what the heck? Get that guy out of here, man. Like, what is this? So I think those hits. I think it's a good thing that they're very much almost out of the league at this point. Usually those don't happen too often. It's gonna be a run up the middle. Chubb fighting for that yardage gain of about 6. But yeah, man, Tua. It's yeah. I'm just glad that he seems to be playing pretty well, man. Hopefully all that stuff is done for, man. Oh, like all that stuff, man. Hopefully we I think as fans of the NFL and even fans of like individual players, I think almost every fan is like we're kind of we hope we never see Tua down on the ground like that again ever. Like we hope he's healthy and he gets to play as long as he wants and retire with a healthy mind and everything. And that was a play action. Denver read that one perfectly, and Jameis just tossing that one to the ground. All right, we got third and 3 coming up here for Cleveland. We got 11-17 in the third quarter. All right, Broncos showing pressure. They send 4. There's an early flag. I think it might be either an illegal shift or a false start here on Cleveland. Oh, delayed game. All right, let's see here. Going back, Tampa Bay, Carolina. What was Carolina, man? Their offense is looking a little bit better. It's not to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, they fixed most of what they had to deal with. They're still very much. They still need a lot of playmakers. That offensive line has to be better. They need to invest in some wide receivers, or even at least a tight end, dude, because they need somebody for. Oh, it's gonna be a throw to the right and thrash the rookie. Able to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards, but that will be a 4th down. But Carolina, they need to invest a lot into that offense, man. The defense is not great either, but they need to be able to surround Bryce Young with talent. They need to be able to protect him. They need to be able to give him guys that he can rely on to be able to build him up. And then I think the defense will hopefully be able to come in the next 2 to 3 years. But if you start investing too much in that defense and you just leave the offense, I think by the time you get a good defense, Bryce Young it's going to be too late for his development. Next we got Philly and Baltimore. That was a game that was very good. It was very competitive. It always felt to me, and let me know if you have an opinion, a different opinion, I should say. Once again, I didn't see the whole game from end to end. I was kind of popping in and out. I was watching, 5 to 10 minutes at a time. But it always felt to me like the Eagles had control of that game throughout. Like I knew, what Baltimore can do on offense. They can easily go off for some big points. They can easily score, 14, 17 points in a quarter. That's not out of the ordinary. But it always felt like the Eagles were in control, even when they got close at the end. All right, we got Bo rolling out to his right, throwing it across his body, and incomplete, trying to get it to Courtland Sutton. That was a risky throw. But yeah, dude, it's this was the game that to me was a kind of a little bit of a barometer of how good is this Baltimore team. We know that the offense is good. We know that the defense is, I don't want to say bad, but not great. They're probably an average defense at best. All right, we got Bo Nix in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left. Bo has time moving around in that pocket, man. And it'll be 3rd down and about 6, maybe 5. Getting it to Franklin there underneath the coverage, but there is a flag on the field. But going back to that Baltimore game, yeah, dude, it was just you could just tell that when it came to complementary football, like when the Eagles were struggling on offense, the defense picked up the slack and vice versa. With the Browns, it was not like that. With the Ravens, it was not like that, man. It was very stilted. So and I think we've seen it. We've seen it with the Cleveland Browns early in the season. We've seen it with the Steelers a couple weeks ago. When this offense does not play well, the defense does not rise to the occasion. They haven't done that all season. And usually, even in the past when the defense was not playing amazing, if the offense was struggling, sometimes you could rely on that Baltimore defense to kind of keep those games a lot closer and allow that offense to get back on track. That has not happened this season. Throw over the middle, and 50, 45, 30, 25. Touchdown, Denver. Holy. Oh, dude, that was a missile from Bo Nix right down the middle. Holy cow, that was to number 19. Who the heck? Oh, that was Marvin Mims. Marvin able to get just behind the coverage, and that ball was perfectly exactly where it needed to be, man. Holy cow, man. And after, I mean, once he caught it, man, there was nobody that was going to catch him. Hot dang, that was a great throw. Broncos stretching this lead to 11 again. All right, man. Broncos offense waking up a little bit here. That was a 93-yard touchdown catch and run by Marvin Mims. Right down the middle, man. Like I said, man, that throw by Bo, man, that was a freaking missile, man. Just the way that thing just rose and just went, it was so smooth. Dude, that was awesome. Anyway, back to the final game here. San Francisco, Buffalo. Actually, talking about Philly. Yeah, Philly, they look like arguably like the second best team in the NFL behind Detroit. That defense is playing well. That special teams is playing well, and that offense continues to operate. They didn't have their best game this past weekend, but they did plenty enough to be able to control the game, control the clock, and be able to put a very good Baltimore team away. And then finally, Buffalo, San Fran. That was a game I watched a little bit more of, especially the second half. First off, snow games, always fun. And unfortunately, McCaffrey was lost in that game. He didn't play at all in the second half. Most likely will be done for the year or very close to it. But man, dude, Buffalo just I think this might be. I don't want to go too far. I'll say this. I think this is the most consistent we've seen this Buffalo offense operate this season. I think that's I might be wrong, but I think that's no question. This is by far. I don't think this is the most points they've scored in the game, but it is by far the most comprehensive, dominant offensive victory for them. And their defense played well, yes. San Fran is definitely not the same team that they've been the last couple of years with the amount of injuries that they have. But that defense is not like they were just lucky to be there. They've created turnovers, they capitalized on it, and they were aggressive. But yeah, man, that was an impressive victory by Buffalo. It would have been interesting to see if San Fran would have stayed healthy, if it would have been any closer. I don't think so, because even that first half was you could tell Buffalo was just in control for most of that game. So it looked like it was perfect not to be special. Yeah, that throw, man. Yeah, that was just like, it was just beautiful. Just the way it jumped up and it just got down so quickly, just in a great arc. And I mean, Mims did not have to break stride, man. They hit him right in stride and he just took off. All right. 10:01 on the clock. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 30 for Cleveland. Winston throw, deep throw. He's got a man, and we got another touchdown. 15-10, 5, and that's Jerry Jeudy scoring a touchdown here. Holy cow! We got back to back deep touchdowns from both of these teams, man. baby, we got a fun Monday night game going on here, man. Let's freaking go. All right, let's see what happened here. So Denver sent some linebackers on a blitz. Chubb picked it up perfectly, and it was just a post route by Judy, and he just utterly he had inside leverage, and Wallace just oh Jesus, Wallace caught flat-footed, did not had zero chance to adjust. He didn't flip his hips, and yeah, Judy just literally just ran right past him. That was it. Dang, dude. And Cleveland is going for two here. They're trying to make this a 3-point game. Let me adjust the score here. Winston finding Jerry Judy for the 2-point conversion. And Judy making his presence known, and nice little, what? You guys want to trade me? What? Huh? Oh, it says right here. My feelings. I just want to go back there and whoop their ass. You always want to beat the opposing team, but you play for. That's just the competitive nature of us athletes. All right, fair enough. Well, right now, man, Judy is putting in some work against his former team, and man, we still got 9:50 left in the third quarter, and we got a 25-28 game. Oh, there's a great snapshot. Judy kind of posting up on the fans, them give them some fingers, some of them down, some of them up. We got some boo birds. We got a lot going on here, man. Judy is he's having some fun. Tonight he's got 6 catches, 167 yards and a touchdown. Those that buck 67 is a career high. That's how you do it, man. Monday night career high at Mile High. Let's go. All right. But finishing up talking about the Buffalo game. Yeah, like I said, best offensive series they've had. The defense looked pretty good, causing a lot of turnovers. Granted, that was partially because of the snow, but still, man, they were just punching balls out, making some plays. And then for San Francisco, I know there's been talk of Shanahan getting fired. I'd be very surprised if they fire him. I don't think that would be the smart thing to do. I think he's proven to be a good head coach. It's just you're dealing with some big injuries, man. Some major injuries this year. Draft some guys, get healthy, get a little bit more depth, and it's gonna be a toss to the left. McMillan, and he's gonna get a good run, but there's a flag on the field. From the looks of it, it's gonna be on the Broncos, so they'll wipe away a decent run there by McMillan. Sorry, not McMillan, McLaughlin. Yep, Denver. So wipe away that run to the left. That was on Garrett Bowles. He's not too happy with the call, but that was a that was definitely a hold. He basically hooked him. All right, so it'll be 1st and 20 at the 20. Bo Nix looking. Do we get another touchdown throw here? Oh, and it's nearly picked off. It actually could have been a touchdown. Just going the other way. And it's going to be pass interference on Ward. That is his second of the night. So that'll make it 1st and 10. Oh, wait, no. There are two fouls on the play, false start and pass interference. So they will offset. So we got to redo the 2nd and 20 here. All right. Receiver in motion to the right. Bo Nix in the shotgun. Single receiver to the left. Throwing it deep down the right sideline and overthrown and incomplete. Trying to get it to Troy Franklin on that one. And takes the snap. It's going to be a throw underneath and good for about 3 yards. That is to Williams, the running back. So we got 3rd and 17 coming up for the Broncos here. We got 8:55 on the clock. 3 receivers to the left. Bo dropping back, takes the snap, and it's going to be underneath to his tight end. And that's going to be a gain of about 7. So Denver punting this one away. All right, man. Cleveland with an opportunity to either tie this one up with a field goal or take the lead. Oh, they it was not a great punt, but I think it touched Brown. But luckily, Darden able to haul that one in. Otherwise, that was going to be basically a fumble. All right, man. So, I mean, both of these teams seem to have kind of given up on trying to run the ball at this point. They're just chucking the ball down the field at this point. They're just like, yeah, let's see what we got. Can't run the ball. Denver we've tried with McLaughlin, we tried it with Estime, we tried it with Williams. They're not picking up more than like 2 or 3 yards at a time. Nick Chubb can't really get going. It looks like Jerome Ford is really kind of his big run was the only big one so far. Yeah, otherwise they're just chucking the ball down the field. I would not be surprised if both of these quarterbacks by the end of this game have at least attempted 40 or more. I think we're approaching that pretty soon here. But yeah, man, it seems like it's gonna be some big chunk yardage plays coming up. Yeah, Winston already at 37 attempts, and Bo Nix is at 25. Yeah, Jerome Ford, he's got 39 yards on 6 carries, but his biggest one was for 21. Otherwise, he has 5 for 18. Nick Chubb, 7 of 18, so just averaging less than 3 yards a carry. And his best run was 10 yards, so otherwise he has 8 yards for 6 runs. So definitely not a successful night for the Browns on the ground. McLaughlin, 7 for 28. So not bad, but his biggest run was 12. So that average kind of goes down pretty quickly after that run. Single back in the backfield, 2 to the left. Winston under center. And they're going to set up a screen here to Chubb. He's got it to the 35, 40, 45, and taken down at about the 48. Yeah, arguably the biggest play for Nick Chubb tonight. We got 1st and 10, ball at the 48, 2 receivers stacked up on the left. Some play action, gets it out to number 87, and that is, oh my God, that is Kadarius Toney. I forgot he was with the Browns. But ball fell incomplete. Toney unable to adjust to that low pass. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here coming up for Cleveland. Single receiver to the right. Winston in the shotgun. Jerry Jeudy in motion to the left. Takes the snap. And going to hand it off to Chubb, who is going to be good for about back to the line. Sorry, that's Jerome. Jerome Ford. All right, 3rd and 10. 2 receivers to the right. Quick throw underneath to Njoku, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 4th down coming up. All right, there we go, man. We got some defense, finally. After back-to-back touchdowns, long touchdown catches and runs, both of these defenses coming up with some big plays and forcing punts. And the punt is going to be down inside the 5, down to about the 3. Let's go, Corey Bajorquez. All right, ball is at the 4 for the Broncos here to start play action. Bo Nix getting away from a sack that would have been in the end zone there and just dirts the ball, goes to 2nd and 10. Yeah, number 57, McGuire, putting the pressure on Bo. All right, we got two receivers on the right. Shotgun. Bo Nix looking, throwing it down the field, finding a man at the 30, and he will get to the 35. That is Cortland Sutton. Nice little crossing route from the left to the right. All right, Bo Nix in the shotgun. Three receivers to his left. It's going to be a handoff to the right. And a nice little run by Estimate. Gain of about 7 or 8. Second and 2, nice little toss to the left. He's gonna have to reverse field. Gets it to the 50, to the 45, down at the 38. And that was McLaughlin. Once again, it was a toss to the left. Saw about a sea of orange there, and then just literally just cut it to the right and then up the field. Actually, I think they missed a face mask. Either way, it's a big explosive run by the Broncos in the first down. Yeah, that was definitely a face mask. So 1st and 10, ball at the 38. Bo throwing it and incomplete, trying to get it to McLaughlin on the screen there to the left. Receiver in motion and a handoff up the middle, and McLaughlin breaking it off and getting it down to the 21 in another first down. All right, we're starting to see the running game pick up here. Nice job, man. Right between the left tackle and the left guard. All right, 1st and 10, ball to 21, fullback, running back. Another handoff, this time up the middle, and McLaughlin just fighting for yardage, man. Spinning and getting it down inside the 15, down to the 14. Line doing a good job of shifting, getting it right between the guard and the center. So we got 2nd and 3 here. Toss to the right. McLaughlin trying to stay on his feet. He does. He's going to gain an extra yard on the play. All right, we got 3rd and 2 coming up here for Denver. Mm. All right, we got two receivers stacked up on the left, tight end on the left as well. Bo takes the snap, rolling deep down and incomplete, trying to get it into the end zone there. So we got 4th and 2. So Denver is up by 3. A field goal would make it a 6-point lead. Would make it at least a touchdown, but I don't think they're going to snap this ball. This is a weird formation. No. There we go. Just trying to see if they can get Cleveland to jump off sides. And Willets bangs it through, and the Broncos are up by 6. Whoa, wait, 2:31. Holy cow. All right, I will be right back. I'm going to grab something to drink. All right, Cleveland taking a knee. They get the ball at the 30. We got a minute 52 left in the third quarter. Two receivers to the left, and it's going to be a run up the middle. And Ford able to get maybe a yard on the play. We got 2nd and 9, two receivers to the left. Quick throw underneath to Njoku. And he's going to get it to about the 38. Bringing up a 3rd and 2 for the Cleveland Browns. All right, I lied. 3rd and 1 for the Cleveland Browns. All right, single back in the backfield. Judy in motion. It's going to be a toss to the left. And Jerome gonna fight, but I think he's going to be just short, man. I think it's a lot closer than the spot of the ball that they're putting down. Yeah, they're spotting it like at the 39. He was a lot closer than that, I feel like. But yeah. All right, we got 4th and about half a yard to go. And Winston able to just fall across that first down marker, and the Cleveland Browns keep it going. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, the Browns will have a 1st and 10. Man, that was a pretty wild 3rd quarter, man. We had some big touchdown throws, a 93-yarder by Denver, and then Cleveland on the first play from scrimmage answers right back with a long touchdown of their own. And then we got some defensive big plays there, couple batted passes, some great tackling, a couple punts here and there, back and forth, before Denver kind of kicked the field goal and pushed it back to a touchdown lead. And now we're going to see if the Browns can enter back here to start the 4th quarter, potentially take the lead. So coming back to this game, it looks like the referees missed one of the offensive linemen for Cleveland. Let's just say moving a little too early. I'm pretty sure he was about halfway to the defender by the time the ball was actually snapped. And it's going to be a run up the middle, Ford able to get only a yard on the play. Actually, that might have been Nick Chubb there on the carry. Winston under center, two receivers to the right, single back in the backfield. And Winston going to be taken down for a sack back at the 24, I believe. Ooh, that was Nick Bonito, and then I believe that's Cross. Oh, sorry, Cooper hitting Winston right in the face, man. The fact that that was not called for roughing the passer, man. So we got 3rd and 23 back all the way at the 27. And that's going to be underneath to Njoku, who's going to fight his way to the 40. Gain of 13, but 4th and 10 coming up. But yeah, dude, Winston just got drilled. It was helmet to helmet, and then just got driven into the ground. See, like that one, that is like one of those where, yeah, that's a flag. That's roughing the passer. Completely unnecessary. But man, dude, that was thank goodness Winston got up on that one. And the punt rolls into the end zone. So the Broncos will get the ball at the 20. Dude, these poor cheerleaders, man, they have to be friggin' freezing, man. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I've been like, no, man, if you're going to give me the pom-poms, I'm bringing my coat. All right? That's dedication right there. Shout out to the cheerleaders. All right, we got 1st and 10, two receivers to the left. Bo in the shotgun takes the snap, rolling to his left. He's going to throw it deep down the field, and he is intercepted at the 27-yard line by the Browns. That was a risky throw, man. That was I don't know why he threw that one, dude. He was never his guy was never in a position to never beat his guy. Denzel Ward, one of the better corners in the NFL, man. He's been playing for a long time at a high level. And yeah, he just threw it up to Mims, and Mims never really got on top of him. He never made it. Ward was always in a great position. Mm. Yeah, I don't really like that decision, man. If it was like Jerry Jeudy, who has a little bit of height, has a little bit more speed to be able to challenge Ward, but with Mims, dude, he's a smaller receiver, man. He's not going to be able to get that. All right, we got Winston dropping back, throwing it to the left, wide open. Jerry Jeudy across the 50, 45, 40, and lowering a shoulder and getting it just around the 37. And Jerry Jeudy, that might have put him over 200 yards. Just wide open, running a crossing route from the right to the left. Nobody went with him. Quick throw, and the ball is batted down here, and Jeudy does go over 200 yards. Holy cow, man. Not only a career game for Jeudy, man, just insane. So the rest of the Cleveland Browns have 20 catches for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jeudy has 7 catches for 202. Holy cow, man. So we got 2nd and 10 here, ball at the 37. They're going to be handed off to Nick Chubb, and he's going to get it to about the 35. So gain of 2. Yeah, man, they've done a great job of just keeping Nick Chubb in check, man. He has not been able to get really much going tonight. All right, got 3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the left. Njoku in the slot to the left. Quick throw, and he's got a man in a first down, ball to 21, and that is to Woods for a Cleveland first down. And we got 10:55 on the clock, and it continues to roll. And that is Wallace, number 39, man. Wallace has had a rough night, man. He's the one that gave up that huge touchdown catch and run to Jeudy. And he's just been giving up some big yards. And Winston takes a shot, and the ball fall harmlessly to the ground. He is lucky that thing did not have a little extra air under it. Otherwise, it was going to be picked off. All right, quick throw, and it'll be incomplete, trying to get it to Jeudy. That'll be 3rd and 10 coming up for the for the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, Jeudy just running a nice little stick route there on the left side. And Patrick Surtain, one of the elite corners in the NFL. Just doing a great job, man. Perfect timing, getting his hands on the ball, knocking that one away. All right, we got three receivers to the right, and Winston not happy with his guys, man. They did not line up correctly, and we'll see. There's going to be a penalty. All right. Very surprised that Cleveland didn't choose to take a timeout there because like they looked confused, like 3 or 4 seconds when there was still 3 or 4 seconds left on the play clock. Quick throw, gets it to Judy, who breaks a tackle, and that's a first down inside the 10. That one was a risky throw by Winston, man, but dang, that paid off. Woo. Dude, Judy is having himself a freaking game, man. So that was at the 26, and he got it to the 10, maybe the 9. So Judy on his way to, that thing actually got tipped by his own teammate. That was the running back who thought it was for him, but luckily he didn't get enough of it. Winston, play action, and he keeps the ball and gets it down to the 5, gain of 4. Yeah, so Judy is closing in on 225 on the day. Yeah, Dahlia, man, he is having a potentially historic night. I know Cleveland. I'm trying to think, man. They have to have a player that's gone at least almost 240, 250. The Browns have been playing for a long time. All right, Winston originally under center. Now it's an empty set. Shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Quick throw, and it's a wide open Nick Chubb. Nice little rub route, flat route, and that's a touchdown for Cleveland with an opportunity with the extra point to take the lead by 1. Holy cow. Well, Nick Chubb hasn't been able to run the ball effectively today, but he's got a receiving touchdown. Quick decision by Winston. And Nick Chubb, man, on the flat route to the left side. Nobody went with him. Wide open, touchdown. 8:57. And the extra point is, good. Cleveland Browns, man. Cleveland Browns with less than 9 minutes take a 1-point lead over the Broncos. Dolly, I didn't know you were such a Cleveland fan there. All right, let's go. I mean, somebody's got to root for Cleveland at some point here. But yeah, man, it's been a wild game. So it was 17-28. So the Browns have outscored the Broncos 15-3 since about halfway through the third quarter here, man. Cleveland, man, their offense is looking good. That defense, I wish they would be playing. I bet they wish they were playing a little bit better. But, man, this is an entertaining game. 63 points on Monday Night Football. I think most people, even I was thinking, I was like, if we can get to, I think, I even said it early in this stream, the first team to 24 is going to win. Well, Yeah, both teams just said, "Yeah, you're an idiot. We're gonna score 30 or more." So third favorite team as a kid, I'm going fire the. There you go. That's fair. That's fair, man. You can never go wrong with rooting for the underdog, man. Either they're gonna win or they're gonna lose, and you'll be like, that's why they're the underdog. But yeah, man. I mean, Cleveland has, man, their games, man. Their last two, we've streamed them, and they've been fun as heck, man. That Steelers game last week, and now tonight, it's gonna be. I feel like this game is gonna come right down to the wire. And the kick goes out the back of the end zone. Denver gets the ball at the 30. All right, man. This Broncos offense, man, they gotta get something going. Last time they hit the end zone was on that big 93-yard touchdown. Since then, it's just been a lot of punts and just a field goal there. All right. Two receivers to the right. Bo in the shotgun takes the snap, and they're going to hand off to McLaughlin to the right. And he's going to be good for about 3 yards. All right, 2nd and 7, empty set. Bo takes the snap, throws it to the left sideline, and finds a man. And Cortland Sutton fighting for some extra yardage, getting it across the 50 down to the 48. First down, Denver. All right. Bo under center, single back in the backfield, and it looks like we got maybe a touchdown here. Sorry, timeout. So it looks like number 9 here for Cleveland, Delpit, is going to be evaluated for a concussion. So that was a game timeout by the booth upstairs. All right. Bo under center, hands off up the middle, and making the most out of it, gaining about 2 yards, is McLaughlin. Ooh. Yeah, Delpit. Oh, jeez. Yeah, his brain got. His head just went bang, bang, bang. Got hit by a teammate from the left, bounced into another teammate on the right, and just was bouncing. Gets it to his tight end. Holy cow. Bo Nix squeezing that one down the seam. And that's a first down. Gain of about 8 or 9 on that one. Actually, might be like 10 or 11. Either way, first down. Getting it to Kroll. You had Benjamin bending and twisting like these guys. Sometimes if I roll off the bed too fast, I'm like, oh, jeez. And it's gonna be a run up the middle and a gain of about 8 or 9 from McLaughlin. Man, he is really starting to really look solid. Arguably the smallest of the three backs that they've been rotating through, man, but he's been looking really good. I think McLaughlin is like trying to get on the sidelines. He's like, dude, I'm tired, man. I'm exhausted. But they keep him out there. We got 2nd and 1. Quick throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Bo just missing his man who was running a little bit of a makeshift slant route there. All right, we got 3rd and 1 coming up here. 2 receivers to the right, receiver in motion to the left. Bo throwing it out. Again, gets the first down. Cortland Sutton inside. Looks like the inside the 20 there. See where he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be around the 17, I believe. Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims both over 100 yards on the day. It's going to be a handoff to Estimate, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss of about 2, maybe 3. Yeah, but Delia, I'm pretty sure any of these hits from these guys would have taken me out for a couple weeks. I've been like, Coach, I can't get it. I can't. And Bo is going to tuck it and run, and he's going to slide at about the 15, maybe the 14. Yeah, I've been like, no, Coach, I can't go. I pulled something. Pulled my hamstring. I don't think I can. I think I might be out for a couple weeks. And he'll be like, Dave, that was the coin toss. I'm like, yeah, man, but it's all the way out there. It's like in midfield, man. It's like 25 yards, dude. It's too much. All right? Need a break. We got 3rd and 6. Receiver in motion to the right. Quick throw. And nearly breaking the tackle. That is Marvin Mims getting 5. It'll be 4th and 1 coming up. So we got 3:20 on the clock, and it continues to roll. Broncos can kick the field goal, take the lead by 2. But right now, it looks like they're going to stay on the field and risk the biscuit here. All right, Bo Nix in the shotgun. Looks like they were late getting out there, so they're going to have to use a timeout here. And that's their second of the game. Sorry, of the second half. So, under 3 minutes, only one more timeout. I guess you made your decision and you're going to go for it here. I think even with a loss here, Broncos are still going to hold on to the 7th seed. All right. Nope. They changed their mind. They're just going to take the field goal and hope this defense can hold Cleveland's offense to nothing. Kick is up, and it is good. And Will Lutz puts the Broncos on top. All right, man. It's been a game. 34-32. And the Browns have an opportunity here to put this game away and probably kick a game-winning field goal. And the kick is up, and it's out the back of the end zone. Cleveland to the 30. All right, Jerry Jeudy in motion to the right, single back in the backfield. Winston under center. Play action, looking, and he's going to be taken down for a sack back at the 22. That was a bad decision there by Winston. That was it looks like he was trying to get it to Jerry Jeudy down the field here. All right, we got 2nd and 18. 2 receivers to the right. Winston dropping back, a lot of pressure, rolling to his left, and he's going to run in and get about 4, maybe 5 yards. So we got 3rd and 13 coming up. All right, 3rd and 12, so they gave him 6 on that play. We got 2:04 on the clock, empty set for Cleveland. Quick throw down to the right, and oh, baby, did he actually catch that one. And that's a catch for Elijah Moore, and that is a first down ball at the 42. And the clock is stopped because it hits the 2-minute warning at 1:59. Oh my God, he got the toes in. He got the toes in, and he has possession. That was a heck of a throw, and that was even a better catch, man. Just the toes inside. Gets possession of the ball. Keeps it as he hits the ground. That's how you do it, man. Hot dang. Yes, the Cleveland Browns, as long as they can run down this clock, then all they need is a field goal to win. It would be 35-34. Absolutely, man. That was a heads up play, man. That was solid. And also just a great throw by Winston, man, giving him the room to be able to make that catch, be able to like, it wasn't too outside, it wasn't too inside. It was exactly where it needed to be, man. That was some pinpoint accuracy by Jameis. And don't worry, we're on commercial break here, so we'll be coming back. Hopefully we get something, man. Hopefully we get something exciting. I'm hoping it is nothing like Chicago or Las Vegas. you know. And I'm not even necessarily saying I want the Broncos to lose. It's more of just like, I just want this offense to be able to function normally and then at least attempt the field goal. If they miss it, it is what it is. But I want them to at least play like a competent football team. So we got two receivers to the left, and tight end and running back get to the line. So an empty set for the Cleveland Browns here at the 42. And it's intercepted. And the Denver Broncos jump it. Nobody touched him, and that's a touchdown for the Denver Broncos. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh. Damn. All right. Well, my Jameis brought his chef hat because he is just tossing some turnovers in this game, man. That is 2 pick sixes in this game. Nobody brought down McMillan. Nobody tapped him down from the Cleveland Browns. So that touchdown is going to stand. That was a heck of a play by McMillan, man. Whoa. Whoa. All right, and this extra point will make it a 2-possession game. Makes it 9 points. Makes it a 2-score game, and that's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. That was just a great break on the ball, man. And Winston, he put that one way too much to the inside, man. If he throws it out to lead the receiver, not only is he going to catch it inbounds, he might actually get a couple extra yards. That was just a bad throw by Jameis. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, that ball was so far behind the receiver that it was that actually the McMillan almost didn't catch that one. All right, we'll see what Cleveland can do, but I guess technically they do have all three timeouts, but holy cow, Seastrom. Heck yeah, dog. 15-1. Holy, I actually have to. Oh, I didn't do predictions this week. It was too crazy. I'm gonna have to, actually. I'm gonna have to look back at how what I gotta keep track of those predictions actually. So we'll be doing predictions this week. It'll be something quick, but and a throw to Njoku, and that'll be right at the line. The clock keeps rolling. Yeah, there was an open guy, but he was trying to get it to the sidelines because if the receiver catches it, he has the option to go out of bounds and stop the clock. So and also he didn't think that the Broncos were not going to be covering the boundary, so that would be a good spot to throw the ball to be able to get some extra free yards. But the issue with that play was that Jameis threw it too far to the inside. He should have thrown it leading the receiver towards the sidelines, and it would have been either incomplete or it would have been a catch. So it was just a bad throw. Just a bad throw. It was not the wrong receiver. It was just a bad throw. It was just too far to the inside. Every game except the Ravens called correctly. Heck yeah, dude. And I don't think anybody's going to blame me for that one. That was, to be honest with you, even I thought that was going to be a toss up. Ravens and Eagles, that was going to be a toss up. And Njoku dropping that pass. So it's going to be 4th and 10, and it's it's going to be a tough night. Tough night for Cleveland because they felt like they were moving down the field, and then just like that. And Jameis looking down the field. He finds his man down across the 41. That is Jerry Jeudy just adding to a historic night for himself. And that'll be a first down. So the clock keeps rolling. I think the Cleveland's going to use a timeout here. Yeah, it's tough to be motivated, man. When you know you're good, you're probably going to lose this game. It's tough to really want to go out there. But 235 for Jeudy tonight, man. Holy cow. I guarantee you, man. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know Jeudy that well, or like at all, really, as a player, even on during interviews. But maybe I think he would trade some of those yards for a win here. But he's a wideout, so who knows? So empty set for Cleveland, throwing it down the field, and almost an amazing catch by Elijah Moore. Great defense. Ball falls incomplete. Heck of an adjustment, man. Just could not hold on to the ball during contact. That is fair, man. Like I said, Cleveland has made these last two games very entertaining. Like nobody thought they would have a chance against the Steelers, and I think it was kind of it was a little bit iffy. I think everybody was picking the Broncos to win, but who knows, man? And it's gonna dump it down to Jerome Ford. He's gonna get it to the 35 and some decent yardage there. It's actually going to be closer to the 38, maybe the 37 there. Man, Jameis Winston, nearly 500 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, but unfortunately, both interceptions going for 6. So even if you get picked off, if you're able to hold those like if right there, that's 14 points, man. That is literally basically the biggest. That's the difference right there. Throwing it deep down the field because they need to score quickly, and it hits his receiver in one hand. Just couldn't haul it in. But it's going to be a flag here. It's going to be curious who gets it. Is it going to be on Denver, or is it going to be offensive pass interference? No, it's going to be on Denver. Let's go, Seastra, man. Also, 15-1. It's man, I don't know when's the last time I think my best this season was maybe. I think this was before the buys hit. But I think I was check here. I think I went 12-4, maybe 13 13. Yeah. So, not bad, but 15-1, dude. That's a heck of a prediction because there were some really tough games, and Jameis is picked off in the end zone, and this one is gonna be taken down to Cleveland territory. It's not gonna be a pick six, but man, that is a tough way for this game to end. Hot dang, dude. Yeah, I mean, for those of you that don't know Jameis Winston, he is the only quarterback in NFL history to throw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in a single season. To be fair, a lot of the guys that threw that many interceptions typically are either benched or they usually played in the era when there was only about 12 or 14 games. And even back then, they weren't throwing the ball 50 to 60 times a game. So yeah, he has his own 30 for 30 season. But man, yeah, Broncos take a knee, and the Broncos, I don't want to say escape with a win because I mean they won by 9. It was pretty convincing, but it was a little sweaty there until that interception, that second pick six. So Denver gonna improve to 8-5 with their rookie quarterback, and the Browns will officially fall to 3-9 and have a losing record again this season. So a heck of a Monday night game. I was not expecting 73 points. I was expecting somewhere around 34, maybe 38 combined. But heck yeah, man. Let's go, man. Who needs defenses anymore, right? We're in December. But yeah, man. This was a heck of a game. It was fun. A lot of twists and turns. Not a whole lot of sacks, but some turnovers. We had 3 interceptions from Winston. We had 1 from Bo that was popped up in the air. But plenty of touchdowns, plenty of points. And I think the Denver Broncos were actually able to get a couple decent yardage down on the ground, man. They were able to get that running game going a little bit in the in the third quarter and into the fourth. McLaughlin was looking a lot better. But yeah, there's a tough one for the Browns, man. But it's been a tough season since the beginning. But they've been competitive. They fought. They kept on playing, man. And hey, man, they got 5 more opportunities to play some ball. So a historic night for Jerry Jeudy. Going back to Denver, the team that drafted him, the team that really was able to make a name for himself in Denver. They trade him away, and he comes back home and puts up a historic number of 235 on his former team. Scores a touchdown as well. Didn't get the win, but I mean, you can't sneeze at 235. So, but Broncos, man, that defense did not play well for almost the entirety of the game, but they made the plays that mattered. They got 2 pick sixes. That was the big difference in this game. And Bo Nix, he looked pretty good. Even that interception was not really on him. That was a low throw. Ball just got batted up and it just lingered in the air forever. So he was pretty efficient and made some great throws. That throw down the middle, that 93-yarder, thing was gorgeous, man. So, but yeah, man. All right. I'm 1-5 this week. My Packers don't let me down no matter what. Always go. Let's go. Go Pack, go. But yeah, man. So next time you see me, it'll be the Thursday night game. It'll be Detroit, Green Bay at Detroit. Packers need to get a win. Not necessarily, they're going to be in the playoffs unless they completely, utterly collapse, which doesn't look like they're going to. But they're going to keep pace with the Vikings. They got to keep pace with the Lions. And, I mean, they're only about 2, maybe 2.5 games behind Detroit right now. But that's going to be the first game for Week 14, and I'm going to be excited, man. That's going to be a fun matchup, and I hope the Packers, that offense, can continue to get better, and hopefully that defense can play as well as they have over the last couple of weeks. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you for popping in. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Seastrom, Dahlia. Thank you guys for popping in. I apologize for the technical difficulties early to get this game going. I don't know what was going on, so I just had to restart my software. I had to restart the whole computer as well. But we got it done. We got it going, and we were able to pop in 5 games this week, despite not streaming any on Sunday. So once again, next week we're gonna be doing another 5, and we're gonna just keep it rolling, man. We're gonna keep it rolling all the way to Super Bowl. So hopefully Green Bay is in that one. So thank you guys. I'm gonna go and try to edit some videos, and hopefully I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you. But yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like I was going to say something, but I think I'm just tired. All right, guys. Thank you so much. My name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you so much.